Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, members of all nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
My name is Bree, also known as PrettiPixel, and I am playing Shurva, a warrior from the Fire Nation.
I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Oki, a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Brandon, and I'm Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hey, I'm Dave, and my character is Al, the airbender from the Air Nomads.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. And yeah, we're back! Hello! hello. Welcome back to The Lost Archives, everybody. Give them a fuck. We've returned. You've missed us, I can tell. I can feel it in your hearts and see it in your eyes. It's been so long. Welcome back to Avatar the Last Airbender stream. Wait, Avatar Legends stream. I guess it is also kind of the Last Airbender stream as well. But welcome back to Avatar Legends. It's been so long, I can't remember the name of the system we're playing. How have you been doing? We've been doing okay. It's been a big day for all of us here, so we're going to just have a nice, fun, friendly session of Avatar Legends with no crazy shenanigans that go on, Andrew, no derailing of the plot, Andrew, and no surprise wishes that throw the entire space-time continuum out of whack, Andrew. We've got comments. Looks like Archie's missed everyone bar one. Ooh. Do we have to guess who that is?
I think it's me.
I don't know. It could be Andrew.
No, I think it.
Andrew's a lot special.
Oh, he doesn't even acknowledge. That's savage. That's nice. I like it. That's savage. It's not really a guess, is it? No, apparently not. Well, we are back. Thank you everybody who came and joined us for the D&D Tyranny of Dragons stream last night. Awesome session. Really starting to get into the politics, the mind games and psychology in manipulating people into doing what you want. And it was a really fun session with some really well played moments by the team. So if you want to watch like Game of Thrones but not season 8, like season 2 Game of Thrones political machinations, thoroughly recommend our Tyranny of Dragons stream last night. It was some masterclass in political manipulation. I felt at some point each of them channeled Littlefinger. Chaos is a ladder. It was really cool to watch these guys work. That's it, yeah. The Mr. Evil pinky in the lips. But tonight we're playing Avatar Legends. Now, I'll do a quick recap to catch us all up because it has been 2 weeks since we last played this. And I want to make sure everyone's back and ready to rock and roll. Before we do that, any fun announcements from anybody? Anything fun to share? No.
I started a new job this week.
Oh, what's the new job? Congratulations.
So I now work at a home building company. So I'm a customer service administrator.
Hell yeah.
I stand by my congratulations and upgrade it to a solid congratulations.
Yeah, I basically help people take a display home that they like the look of and turn it into an actual house.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll buy that one. Why is it so tiny? No, it gets bigger. Oh, go on.
What is this? A house for ants? Bree, I need to ask you some questions once we finish the stream because I'm looking to make this house nice and pretty. Obviously, this space void that you see around me if you're watching the YouTube stream isn't where I live. I do actually live in a house. This is an animated background. The illusion's ruined. But no, I might ask some questions of you, Bree, after. I've got some questions about how I can best make the house look beautiful. So, we'll have a chat afterwards.
By spending a lot of money
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm out. That's it. Thanks, everybody. I still may have some questions about how to. You forget that I forget that your background is only on the stream. Oh, right. Yeah, you guys can see my normal room. Yeah. But the stream can see this like beautiful star field background glittering away behind me.
Yeah, again, I thought that background was like an old room like you just moved to a house, and that was the old room background or something. When I'm looking at you here, so I thought you just had like a picture of a blank wall. I'm like,
this is my professional recording studio that I have worked very hard to set up. So I thank you to keep your opinions to yourself, lest you be eaten by a giant serpent seeking revenge for last session. No, that's really exciting, Bree. Congratulations. That's really cool. Well done. It's very exciting. Andrew, sounds like your sleep schedule's fucked up because of your new job.
Yes. Yeah.
So commiserations for you.
Yep. Thank you.
He's just like, yep, that's about right. This is how I roll.
Yep.
Cool. All right, great. Well, let's get into Avatar Legends on that absolute downer then. Our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung-Bolo of the Earth Kingdom, Oki of the Water Tribe, and Aang of the Air Nomads. The children of important ambassadors of each of the 4 nations, they have been attending a historic summit at the Beifong estate. With the recent death of Avatar Roku and the arrival of a strange comet in the sky, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently with members of the Northern Water Tribe, sent out to locate Oki and bring her back north to learn more about the spirits, somewhat coincidentally. The group met these travellers just outside a small fishing village on the border of the Serpent's Pass near Ba Sing Se, capital of the Earth Kingdom. Last session, the group investigated the Ember Island Players, a group of performers and actors normally stationed on the Fire Nation holiday destination of Ember Island, but who seem to have set up a travelling performance outside of Ba Sing Se. The group learned that these thespians were researching recent events as part of a new story they were planning on performing, however had gotten stuck after a large water serpent attacked their boat. While Mako and Shurva provided some questionable accounts of their stories, Aang, Oki, and Rung explored the surrounding village in search of information regarding the Water Tribe travellers and the danger of the water serpent. After learning all they could, Aang led the team to the Water Tribe camp he had spied from the air. Aal's aerial recon also revealed the reason for the aggression of the serpents. Fucking hell, that was a tongue twister. A nest of 3 eggs located in the gap of the Serpent's Pass, now blocking the water's flow. While Aang and some members of the Water Tribe distracted the serpent, Oki, Rung, Shurva, and Mako worked to move the eggs and clear the blockage. However, it turned out a second serpent was guarding these eggs. Despite coming very close to ending up in its stomach, the group were able to relocate the nest and allow water to flow freely once more. I almost made it to the end, didn't I? So close. Literally the last 2 words. The water to flow freely once more. So we left off the end of last session with you guys back at the Water Tribe camp. So I'll play Aang for this session. For podcast listeners, Dave isn't here joining us tonight, so I'll be playing Aang. I'll cover. I know, crazy. I'll be playing Aang for tonight's session, and so I'll cover any of his conversation and interactions. But we'll try and keep his involvement to a minimum. I'll say that Aang's just really focused on some airbending skills and probably a little bit in shell shock after how close he came to being taken out by that serpent. He was doing some pretty intense flying. Aang is pretty tuckered out as you guys come back to the shore and see the Water Tribe sort of finishing up the last packing up of their camp, getting their canoes loaded up ready to depart. Aang sort of like lands, like hands on his knees going, just puffing away, having a bit of a rough time.
Could Aang just
Yes.
the thing? So if we're traveling, right? Are we traveling by boat to wherever we're going to or something like that after this?
At this point, you guys aren't doing anything. You are located on the beach. The Water Tribe are packing up their canoes, ready to go. There's 2 people in particular that you've spoken to. Kudok, who is the Water Tribe master, waterbending master, I should say, who is leading this expedition, who Oki has met sort of once or twice. And Oki, probably you would know a little bit about Kudok. I think we discussed this last episode, but because you have been sneakily learning combat water techniques, he's been one of the ones that you would have watched most often. He's highly skilled, very intuitive waterbending master, the youngest waterbending master for quite some time in the Water Tribe. So anytime you spent a bit of time snooping on the waterbending masters, it probably would have been Kudok that you watched closely. Probably a bit of jealousy there as well, given that he's allowed to practice this stuff and get really good at it. I know, how dare he? In terms of, there was another person as well, sorry, that you were very familiar with, Ehini, who was one of your close friends growing up, who is from the Southern Water Tribe but has married into the Northern Water Tribe, and so is another exception, one of the rare females who's allowed to practice combat water. Yeah, I know. But Ehini is a close friend and who has often broken the rules to help teach you things that she herself learned from the Southern Water Tribe. So I would say most of your waterbending is a mixture of self-taught, Ehini tutored, and sneakily watching from the bushes of what Kurok is doing. Or in this case, I guess, like sneakily watching from like the edge of an iceberg, like creeping around over the snow, with your little otter fox, like looking up as well, checking the coast is clear as you watch these like waterbending. So the rest of the water tribe are packing up the canoes, getting ready to leave. Kurok's canoe is already packed, and he sort of walks over and looks up towards the five of you. Well, are you ready to depart? You have no more possessions than this? No tents? Belongings?
I don't think I have my towels anymore. I think that's just about it. I've got food. Guys, we have food. You brought food, right?
Have to eat some of it.
It would be fine. You guys got food? We could...
Your supplies are getting pretty low. I will flat out just tell you right now. It's been it's been 5 days since you left the Beifong estate. 4 days since you left the Misty Palms Oasis. Your food supplies are running low. And yeah, as Kurok sort of looks at your very clearly empty packs, no bedrolls, it's very clear you've been sleeping rough at this stage. Oh, sorry, you do have a bedroll, that's true.
I have a bedroll.
That's true.
And
Do I still have my hammock?
You do have your hammock.
Rations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, he looks at the Fire Nation soldier hoarding all of the bedrolls and food.
I won!
Typical.
And is it the only one? If it is, then you're hoarding it all.
Yeah, true.
Wait a second. I will.
A tear of proudness rolls down my cheek.
I have
My sleep
chances
changed
gone.
when the Fire Nation attacked.
I have a hunting net and water skin. Oh, it's looking grim.
I have a lot of gold though, so we should pick up some more rations and stuff soon.
I'll sleep under this net as I hang out my hunting net. I bought a blanket.
Kurok sort of looks at the very sorry state of your survival, camping, and just general required necessities and goes, I think if we hurry to the Northern Water Tribe, we can use it as an opportunity to get some supplies. There is an island on the way. Your robes, your sandbender robes, would need to be exchanged for cold weather gear. You will find the North Pole quite brisk if you are not used to the temperatures there. Okay, what were you saying? Sorry, go.
I was just going to say, like, if there was sort of like an opportunity before the tents sort of got packed back down again, Oki probably would have gotten changed back into her cold weather gear.
Yeah,
out of the sandbender.
you're still wearing it mostly. It's just the outer layers that you took off and swapped with the sandbender robe. Because what you're wearing, it's not the full sandbender outfit. It's just the over poncho basically that the sandbenders wear to try and hide your gear underneath. So you're still wearing most of your original gear. Oki, it'd probably be, once you remove the sandbender poncho, it's just that over jacket back on again that we can see. Oh, in your character art, which is up on screen right now, rather coincidentally. The over top coat and then the belt that locks the coat in place is all you have to put back on to be back in your water tribe.
Walking
What was that,
around
sorry?
in Ugg boots and sweatpants. I was just saying, she's like a valley girl, just walking out in Ugg boots and like sweatpants, just like sandbag on the top.
I hadn't seen that before, and now I'm really disappointed in you for ruining my artwork. She is in Ugg boots. That's true. I hadn't noticed that. I drew it. That's sad. My bad. But yeah, no. So Oki, it takes 2 seconds to get back in your water tribe gear. Kurok just gives you a nod. The rest of the tribe are wearing much looser layers. It looks like most of their coats and jackets have been packed up to deal with the heat. You are currently located only a little bit north of the equator. It is warm. I'd say probably about 26 degrees at the moment, Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. Get a better measuring system for your temperature, America. So it's 26 degrees Celsius, and so it's reasonably warm. You can see the water tribe aren't wearing their full furs and coats yet. Ehini, sort of seeing you strap back your belt on again, grabs hers out and straps on as well, and you can see that she has the same sash as you. You both bought them together from the markets, and she still has the very same sash that you're wearing as well, that light blue sash that goes around the outside of your belt. She has the same one. And she gives you a bit of a thumbs up as she looks over, noticing you, noticing her. Yeah, just thumbs up all around. As you guys, are the rest of you pulling off your sandbender overcoats as well at this point, or keeping them on?
I don't have one.
Nope, Shurva is in her full military garb at this stage.
I think I haven't worn mine for a while.
Yeah, you've been just in your Fire Nation suit for
Yeah.
quite some time. So just to paint a picture, Mako is in formal wear. Like, he has been wearing a formal dinner suit this entire adventure. Mako, your formal dinner suit has burn marks. It has some cuts. It has some scrapes.
It's a bit
dirt.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, and there's one section that looks like a fish bit out a section of it, possibly the spirit fish when you tried to grab it. There's like a little bite mark taken out of one of the shoulder pads. Yeah,
So you look like he just had like a big night out in the city.
He looks like he's had a big week out in the city. Like one bar led to another bar, and it's now Tuesday, and Mako is like, he needs to go home, is what it looks like. Yeah, is the analogy I'd go for. Yeah, it started on Thursday night and it's now Tuesday. Mako, like, seriously, mate, you've got a problem. But so I guess in that case then Rung's the only one we're still wearing the sandbender over poncho that I'm assuming. No, Rung's shaking his head. You've pulled yours off as well. Cool.
Even if I take off the sandbender outfit, it's just straight up just like Earth Nation vest. So if anything, this is just more warm. I'm adding on right now. Like, this is all the layers I've got. I ain't got not much more.
So at this point now, everyone's just getting undressed. And as this happened, I don't know. Kodok sort of looks over and goes, "Yes, I think it's probably for the best that any clothes you do not need to bring with you can leave here on the beach, and maybe some of the smellier ones we can burn." And he looks over at Mako.
I got nothing else.
We shall make a stop off at. Yes, we shall make a stop off at the Azure Isles and see if we can get you some clothes, more appropriate clothes for the north.
Should we wash him in the river a little bit before we go? Like, we can just walk him in the water. Like, the salt will clean him off, I'm sure. Look, I'll come in there with you, so I don't stick up the boat. Come on.
Yeah.
Ahini looks over at Oki. I probably should describe Ahini and Kurok again to you guys, just because you might have forgotten what they look like. So Ahini is a little bit taller, a little bit older than Oki. She looks to be maybe 21, 22. Very similar long hairstyle to Oki, but much darker, very dark black hair. And no ringlets. It's actually all braided back and braided down her neck with seashells and various sort of bits of coral braided into it. Very similar garb to Oki as well. Short sleeves on the Water Tribe jacket, and short sleeves on her hands and arms, leaving her forearms exposed, and you can see that she has a shell bracelet on her left arm as well. Kurok is a little bit older, maybe about 26, 27. 5 o'clock shadow all around his jaw and mouth. You can see that he's got long hair braided back and locked at the back as well, probably shoulder length hair that's been braided back, almost a little bit Geralt of Rivia style as well. Braided back over the back, and then
Daddy.
What was that? Sorry.
What?
Oh,
you say
sorry.
Rat's tail.
I said Daddy.
Oh, okay. Is that to Geralt of Rivia or to
Geralt of Rivia all day.
Who's the actor?
Plays Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Thank you. I agree.
God,
I would
man.
both. Either. So yeah, much more muscular. Dark shadows under the eyes, as if he hasn't really slept a lot. Very square jaw, very traditional Water Tribe garb, and one arm has a long sleeve and glove, and the other arm is bare to the forearm as well. And all of them have the very same Ugg boots that Oki is wearing, if that's what we're calling them from now on. Yeah, sure. I was going to say like seal skin boots, but they're Ugg boots now. So thank you for that, for ruining that part of the fantasy world. So that's Kurok and Ahini. Oki, Ahini hears this conversation happening, and looks over at Mako. Then looks over at you and starts pulling water up towards her hand and pulling it into a ball, and gives you a little bit of a wink as she keeps it rotating around her hands. And then looks over at Mako again and gives you another wink.
Does Oki think she wants her to join in this bit of a prank?
I would say that it is a well-established signal between the two of you that a mischievous wink and then looking in the direction of mischief is often a call to arms for said mischief. You get the sense that you may join in, or you may just observe. Either way, it's going to be pretty
bring
funny.
it on, I'm joining in.
Okay. Ahini then splits the water between you, forms it into a flat wave, and then begins pushing it forwards towards Mako in a vortex style. Do you just join in, sort of copying her motions? Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The two of you together make a whirlpool of water around Mako. Mako, you're sort of like looking at the river, Rung having offered to give you a bath, and you Oh, you're thinking, yeah, okay, never mind. I was thinking that you wouldn't be on board with this, but in that case, you are saved a lot of time and energy having to walk the sort of like 5 meters down to the riverbank. The river comes to you. You see Oki and Ahini begin bending water up off the riverbank that then swirls around you in a vortex.
Guys, hang on.
Yep.
Hang on. Can we just like do this normally? Like a bath's a bath, please.
It's at that point the water reaches your head and you hear as he continues talking. As Ahini finishes the vortex of water upwards, you can see the water is a bit browner than it was when it first came out of the river, which is saying something. And Marco's clothes.
Not from his pants.
Yeah. And Marco's clothes look considerably less stained than they did a moment ago. A lot of the dirt and dust of the road is gone. The bright red of the Fire Nation is shining through once more. As Ahini like pulls the water back off you, takes control again, and puts it back in the river really gently. Oki gives you a big smile. Is that a bit better? You look a bit better.
The smell's gone.
Oh, do you think maybe one more?
Bit?
One more?
No.
Wait, you had red on that?
Yeah, that coat was red. I thought you wore the brown pants.
No. I just wanted a bath.
Yeah, I thought, isn't this how you have baths in the Fire Nation? Oh, no, you guys can't water no, probably not then. And you see she's just fucking smiling like shit-eating grin across her face.
That's why they always stink, it's so hot over there.
Oh, and all that spicy food they eat as well. They must get so sweaty.
Not that
Makes
bad.
Yeah, that's
actually.
what the spicy food does.
We were using it to keep the sandworms away when we were in the desert. They just didn't want to come near because of the smell.
Maybe we
Oh,
should like
that's
write
bad.
that down in like a travel guide for when people go back towards the Seawong Desert. Like, bring a stinky Fire Nation person with you.
I know what my next wish is.
Oh, shit.
No more.
To not stink.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't either.
Savage.
You are now a
wish
sim.
for a bath.
I wish
Oh,
for a
God.
bath, Daddy. So as we're not continuing down that line. As this sort of goes on, Kudok
I
sort
thought
of
that
seeing
was
this
fun.
mischief, puts his hand up and goes, peace. We need to think about moving. We are already 2-3 days overdue. We were supposed to have found you and returned 2-3 days ago. We did not anticipate you would be so hard to locate, Oki. We did not think to look for you in the desert. It is lucky that you came via Ba Sing Se, and this way we might have missed you. Only a few more hours and we would have been gone from these shores, returning towards the Northern Water Tribe.
Definitely good timing, I can say that. Funny enough, we were originally going to try and take a ferry, but some stuff happened and we couldn't get on the ferry.
Yes, it might have been for the best. When we took our canoes past the ferry, we did notice there were a number of people, lots of soldiers, very well armed, standing around them. We thought that might be a bad sign. Why would you need so many guards just for simple people taking a ferry to and from the other sides of the shore? That's concerned us greatly.
A few shenanigans going on with that one. Turns out they're only the upper class of their society are allowed on the ferry at the moment. Everyone's else has been locked on land.
That is a shame. To prevent people's free travel just for your own personal benefit. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Al at this point goes, yeah, everyone should be free. I think I would say that.
You would say that.
And then he's obviously he's then going to start flirting with Ahini. Hey, Ahini. So like, where are you from?
How old's Yahini?
A little bit older than Oki. Maybe 18?
And married.
Yeah,
I don't
18,
know why
19,
I-
and married, yes.
I pictured Heaney like an old lady sort of deal for some reason. Don't know why.
No, so one of the surprising things about the Water Tribe members sent to collect Oki, Kurok is the oldest at 25, 26. He's the oldest one there. The rest of them are all young, like early 20s, not much older than yourselves. That would stand out to you as a bit unusual, definitely. Yeah, definitely that would stand out as a bit unusual. But you're welcome to not worry about that at all and not ask any follow-up questions. Up to you. So
Could Oki just sort of bring up? She's like, so did the family make it back to the tribe okay? Like they weren't caught up in any of the shenanigans that was bossing the Beifong estate?
yes, everyone made it back safe and sound. You were the only one unaccounted for. At first, we did not believe the stories that you had been kidnapped. But
That's honestly fair.
well, we just
So,
we could not imagine why you would be targeted, and then the ransom note came, and
That's also fair.
we had to take it seriously.
How much
The interesting
how much
thing was-
Oki worth?
Yeah,
How much was
the
Oki
ransom?
worth?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, how much was
it
the
was not a monetary ransom. It was for cooperation. For so the letter itself was very strange. I had an opportunity to read it in the hope that I might learn important information to help try and track you down. Very peculiar. It said to wait for a note that would confirm your safety and your life still being intact, and that further demands would be forthcoming, to stand by and wait. And no second letter came. At that point, we assumed that either it was a hoax or it was a ransom gone wrong, but no matter what, we needed to try and locate you. And when the demands didn't come, we hoped that you had escaped. And it seems that that is true. With some help, I hear.
Lots of help.
I hear we have a sandbender to thank.
And a sand
Al
worm.
nods. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's the one I was telling you about.
Out of the metal cage, and got us across the desert and away from the Dali.
Oh, that is very lucky. Very lucky indeed that you happened upon such a kind stranger in the desert. I hear the sandbenders can be problematic to deal with. It was one of the many reasons we chose not to search in the desert. The foremost one being we assumed if you wanted to survive, you would avoid the desert. at almost any cost.
We have gotten
But you'll
really
never
good at
find a
avoidance.
waterbender. Best place
Yeah.
to hide is in the desert as a waterbender.
No, I would say the worst place to hide, because you are then trapped with no means of escape, means of defending yourself, or means of surviving.
Or water.
Or water. Or
Turns
three.
out there are. Oops, sorry, guys.
But we found the cultural hub of the desert, so it's okay.
The cultural hub of the desert. What is? What was this? What is this?
That one really big block of ice there. They
Yeah.
all use it to make drinks. In
Ah,
Bangkok.
the Siwong Oasis.
Yeah.
Who described it to you as cultural hub? I would have called it backwater outpost.
Oh, it definitely is. It's just what they refer to it there as.
Well, they would,
no,
wouldn't
no
they?
water flows in.
No.
Well, we better get on our way. It is a 2-3 hour journey by boat to the Azure Isles if we waterbend the boats. We will be a bit tired by the time we reach there if we are waterbending the whole way, but I think haste is necessary. The sooner we can get you prepared for the trip to the Northern Water Tribe, I think the better. My question is, of course, Oki, you are coming with us, but the rest of you, do you wish to accompany us also? You are most welcome.
That would
It's
be
no
lovely.
trouble.
No,
Yeah.
no trouble at all. I think we can find accommodation for guests. We do not have many guests coming to the Water Tribe at the moment. It seems that with the troubles this moment and with Avatar Roku gone, people seem afraid to travel. So we should be able to find a place for you to stay if you wish to come. And we can show you the hospitality of the North.
But there's been so much. I've heard good food over there. Lots of seafood. I'm ready. And I was like, hop into the canoe. Like, ha, all right.
The male Water Tribe member who's there, as you just hop into the canoe and sit down, looks and goes, "Oh, that's it's my seat. I need to be at the back to waterbend."
Oh, sorry. I'm so used to sand bending. I can help, but I'll sit one over. If there's any dirt in the water, let me know. I'll move it. Probably not.
He gives you that look, Rung, that
I'll be
a
quiet.
lot of people seem to give you. It's sort of equal parts confusion, hint of judgment, and amusement. There is amusement there too. There's part of you that thinks maybe they're laughing with you.
I know. Always with me.
But there's part of you that knows they're not. No. But yeah, as you climb into the front section of the canoe, the Water Tribe man sits at the back, turns around and looks at you, Oki, with a very like, this guy for real?
Hey, he got us through the desert.
Gives a nod and a head shake and shrugs as if like, well, stranger things have happened. And pushes the canoe off. So Rung and this Water Tribe guy are the first to get pushed off. Rung, you're just immediately the canoe's pushed off the shore, and he spins the canoe around to face the others. Kurok sort of points at the rest of the canoe. So there's 3 smaller canoes which can house 2 people, and then one a bit larger that has a flat platform on it. It's got 2. Blanking on the name. Not out.
Outriggers?
What was that? Sorry.
Outriggers?
Outriggers, thank you. Yes, I was about to say not outriggers, but it is outriggers. That's the word I was looking for. 2 outriggers with a platform suspended between the 2 and a sail in the center. You reckon comfortably 4 or 5 people could sit on that. There are 5 Water Tribe members here. You suspect that 2 of the canoes were bound to the larger canoe. 2 of the smaller scout canoes were bound to the larger canoe. And Oki, you would be aware that actually those outriggers are hollow and can store canoes for transportation. But for this journey, it doesn't look like they're going to be packing the thing up and consolidating. They're going to have to need all the space that they can get access to. So Rung and this young Water Tribe man, are just like, take it off. This guy does not look happy that he's sharing his canoe with Rung. As he looks back quite longingly at one of the female Water Tribe members, and she sort of looks at him, there's a moment you think like, oh, maybe they wanted to like share the canoe and have a bit of a chat, but Rung's now just third wheeled that and is now sitting in the canoe with the guy. You get the sense that maybe it's a missed opportunity there for...
Do I notice him like do this longing look and
Yeah,
everything?
I'd say he's a teenager. He's not subtle.
Oh, I'll be like, it's alright, brother. I'm good at small talk. Trust me, it'll be fine. I can't wait to hear all about it. I'm just going to sit here and watch you and just taking how you do this whole thing of what I do with water. But continue, please. I'll be quiet now. I'll just watch.
It doesn't say anything, just this very heartfelt sigh that you sense deep pain from this sigh. Kurok climbs onto the larger canoe with the 2 outriggers and begins waterbending the river up towards the side to help pull it down. Well, who would like to come on the outrigger with me?
I'll get on.
If you are prone to seasickness, it is best that you come on this larger boat.
I'll get on.
And if you are prone to seasickness, I recommend sitting at the front with your legs down. Look at the horizon.
You jump in with a Hini on a different canoe.
Yeah, Ahini's got her own canoe. You jump in with Ahini, absolutely. Shurva, you gonna just jump in with one of these randoms or jump on the outrigger with Mako?
Is it big enough for...
Yeah, about
all?
5 or 6 people could fit on it easily. So yeah, you can jump on. Currently it's only Kurok on there. I will join you guys on that too, which leaves one of the smaller canoes just with the other 2 Water Tribe members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect, yep, that's everybody accounted for. Amazing.
Does that know Al's a airbender?
They have noted Al
Al
as an airbender. No, they know Al's an airbender.
Okay.
Yeah, they literally saw him
Okay.
flying. I mean...
I thought like you said like sandbender before, then reference Al. I'm like, wait a second. But no, that made sense now.
No. Yeah, and actually one of the things you will notice is they're treating Al with quite a degree of respect. And Al seems to be acting, because last session he was acting very professionally with them. He is continuing that. Anytime he's asked a question, the question is asked very formally, and he responds very formally with, yes, so the obviously yak, the sky bison are one of the primary sources of milk, and we can make delicious cheeses with them as well. Yes. And it's just like nodding and giving very like long answers and very formal answers, but you do catch Al occasionally looking over at Ahini and Oki in the canoe off to the side. More Ahini, just every so often like looking over at Ahini. And I would say, Oki, as you climb in with Ahini, Al like goes to step towards and then turns it into like a turn onto the larger outrigger. I think that's what Dave would do, let's be honest, right?
Could Al like, if he was just like, the boat's moving fast enough, could he be like a kite if there was just like a rope tied to him on like his little sail thing?
Mate, he can fly. He can fly by himself. The answer is yes. Yeah.
I was like, he doesn't put any effort. He could just be like a kite and just get dragged across in the air. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
The answer is yes. Yes, of course he could. If anyone wants to test that theory, I might volunteer that. Be like, oh, do you need me to do lookout? And he ties like a rope around his waist, attaches it to the mast, and then pulls his kite open and disappears up into the atmosphere above you. We're like 40, 50 feet away. Looking down, you just see Al like clinging on, looking out over the ocean going, oh, wow, it's really big. Looking a bit confused. So my question is, as the trip continues onwards, it's about 2 or 3 hours by boat towards the Azure Isles. Is there any questions, any conversation you wanted to have with any of the Water Tribe members? Yes, Andrew's nodding. Andrew, we'll pass over to Mako then. Mako, you're on the boat with Kurok. Kurok is very unfocused on his task. He's sort of very haphazardly just doing the water bending. The raft's moving really, really quickly, but he seems focused on something on the horizon, just almost like he's thinking very deeply about something as you look over.
What's got your mind? As I'm laying down.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling seasick or?
Oh no, I'm just laying down.
No, just laying down.
Fine.
It takes a moment for Kurok to respond. You sort of see his eyes unfocused, and then he suddenly sort of like blinks a few times, looks down, and goes, "Oh, my apologies. Did you ask a question?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was a million miles away.
What you looking at?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. I worry about our people, and I'm just confused as to who kidnapped Oki and why, and whether they know about her lineage and about her role. Is this targeted?
Wait. What's her role?
Oh, has Oki not shared this with you?
No.
Perhaps it is best that I leave it for her to say. Not my place to discuss this if she has not discussed it with you already. You can try and plead with an NPC. You've got a specific button for plead. Do you want to try and plead?
Yeah. Where is it?
But I want to know!
I want to!
Oh, 9, mixed success. Make your case.
Well, it would help me understand the reason why we were all kidnapped in the first place, and I could send that to my father, who is also trying to make a case.
Your father? Who is your father? Should I know him?
I'm Mako. Oh, fuck.
I'm Mako of the fuck.
Mako Bao. Did you forget your last name?
Yeah.
Mako Bao.
Holy shit.
Andral.
Your character sheet, man.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
Mako Malfoy, right? Based
Yeah,
on,
Mako Malfoy.
Do you not know my
Okay.
father? Just a quick question though, while you figure out your last name. Did Mako's dad ever mention a ransom note for Mako?
No, he did not.
I thought so.
No, he did not.
There's a reason for that.
Do you know what that reason is, Andrew?
He was dead.
I'm going to be really impressed if you know what that reason is.
I'm sort of like getting suspicious of some things.
Oh, okay. What are you suspicious
Okay.
of? Share. No. Talk us through
the
Mako's
fact
thoughts.
that-
What's Mako thinking?
There was all a coup with the Fire Nation to begin with. So the Fire Nation generals already knew what was happening, so they wouldn't actually send a ransom for me, expecting me to not make it out alive anyway. Because
Interesting.
that would spike a bigger war with the Fire Nation if they...
The son of an ambassador being killed by the
Wait,
secret
Earth-
police of the Earth Kingdom.
Earth Nation? Oh
Would
no.
that trigger a war? Ooh,
Oh,
that would
who
be
knows?
Problematic.
Yeah.
I'm curious
and-
who sent the ransom note though.
Yeah.
Like, what were they trying to get out of it?
Oh well,
Marco, if you happen to be musing these thoughts aloud, if you happen to be thinking through or talking this through aloud, I would say that you could do this while Kurok is focused on the horizon, not thinking, and Shurva's with you. Shurva and Mako, as Mako sort of shares this out loud, and Shurva, you're sharing your suspicions and your thoughts as well. Yeah, that would be a really good excuse for war. The son of an ambassador kidnapped at a peace summit and killed by the Earth Kingdom's secret police. Yeah, you don't really need much more justification than that, do you? It's pretty
No.
bad. It's pretty bad. So, and especially if somehow the Earth Queen was tied up in that, I mean, whew, that'd be awful if something like that happened. Mako, that as you say this out loud, you and Shurva sort of share a look. It's like, oh fuck, that could be a thing.
Did we fuck up?
In more ways than one.
Besides the whole
Bit late to
spirits
ask that
thing.
question.
Besides the spirits thing, did we fuck up? Shurva?
I mean, I'm trying to see it from the Earth Nation angle.
They don't need a reason to fight.
I mean, it just doesn't seem smart. She's already got so much attention on her, the Queen that is, because of
No.
firing her entire...
The Earth Nation, the Dai Li that attacked us, weren't controlled by her. They were the other people that are in leagues with the Fire Nation. It's...
Have we had proof of that, though?
Yes?
Am I forgetting something?
Well, they're not run by the Queen. Not all of them. There's like that
So,
off branch as well.
I will help you out here because it has been 2 weeks, but if your character's
Yeah.
only been a couple of hours, or half a day, yeah, you haven't had any proof of that. Yeah, that's what the official stance of that's what the Fire Nation was saying, that, oh no, it was a rogue group of Dai Li, but, I mean,
Came from the ceiling.
yeah, exactly.
How
You've-
unlike them.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's an opinion. You've not seen any evidence to substantiate that fact at all. As far as you know,
Wait.
they could have been working under the instructions of the Queen. They could have been working under the instructions of anyone. It
Wait,
could be a
who?
rogue group, but it's a pretty convenient excuse for a botched secret Black Ops mission. Oh, it was a rogue group of of dissidents who were trying to usurp the Earth Queen. It wasn't us, it was them. I mean, you've not seen any evidence of that at all.
Who's to say they're even still loyal to the Earth Queen?
Yep, absolutely. That's another good question.
Like, we've seen only evidence that they're enforcing their own rules.
Yeah, at this point, you're in a bit of an information vacuum. There's a lot of questions, not a lot of answers with any substantiated claims. At this point, it's all just like, no, it was Pung.
It was Pong.
It was
Pong all along.
Like, the only thing we have to
It
think
was
that
Bolto.
it wasn't the Queen is the fact that Pung was one of the people who was taken.
Except in this new timeline, Pung
Was it?
wasn't.
Hmm.
Was it?
Marco's wish has changed it. Pung was now no longer kidnapped.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Because he was just straight
So-
away at the Ba Sing Se, and he was like the person in charge
Yep.
of security and shit.
So in this timeline,
Ah.
you met Pung in the first timeline. You spent time with him. You were kidnapped with him. In this one, you met him for like 10 minutes. At the point where the Fire Nation came in, when Shurva and Mako came in, that didn't quite happen. So Shurva didn't kick him off the chair. Shurva didn't none of that happened anymore. Mako came in. Pung then got a notification. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know this, but Pung then left or wasn't with you when you were kidnapped. Neither was Shurva. So, yeah, you're still
You
a
were
bit
in
hazy.
on it.
Shurva was in on it. It was Shurva. Shurva and Pung are secret lovers.
Ugh. Oh, no.
Secret
I
lovers.
liked it better when people were trying to say that Marco and I were together. That was a little bit more believable.
Then Pung. Oh, kiss me like one of your French girls. Oh. So.
I really hate the fact that you made that wish, Andrew. I'm not gonna lie. It's just
Don't worry, I'm regretting it too now.
I'm so small-brained that like trying to think of everything that could have possibly changed is just a constant migraine.
Sorry. If you have any questions,
Is there only that
if you
one
have
of
any
us-
questions, I can answer them out of game to help your brain get unwrinkled if you need help with that.
It doesn't need help unwrinkling. It needs help wrinkling. It's
It
so
needs help
smooth right
wrinkling.
now.
Smooth brain. So all right. So yeah, Shurva
Does
and
he-
Mako. Oh, sorry.
Is he
Yeah, go.
tuning any of this? Like, is he just like absent-minded, just not listening to this?
Who?
Um,
Korok. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just zoning out in the distance. So I've just done a quick time. We jump back. You
Okay,
guys had
okay,
the conversation
cool.
before you engage with him. Now we'll jump to you engaging with him
Cool,
as he
cool,
looks
cool.
back and goes. So you're going to try and convince him to tell you Oki's lineage.
Well, the thing about that is, we all got kidnapped from different families. I know that. I am the son of an ambassador. I haven't figured out Rung, but
I don't think you're alone in that.
I think he was just a wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time. Carry on.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Al is just no, I don't understand him either. But I assume they all have hold each other at equal importance. So there's that.
Yes.
Ricky, not really. Just a mystery as well.
No, it would make sense that they would try to target Oki. Yes, she is not one of the royal family or the daughter of an ambassador or related to any nobility, but her family have held important roles within the Northern Water Tribe for generations. The female members.
Ah, the thing she doesn't want to do. Okay, got it.
Yes, I know that Oki sees it as a burden, a duty.
I think
not
it's
a
more of a
privilege.
pain in the ass.
But it is a great privilege to be the seer of the tribe, to communicate with the spirits and to
Wait, hang on
interpret
a
their
second.
will.
Her family can talk to spirits.
Yes, that is their role.
Okay, we'll have to meet them. We're gonna need their help. Or, well, look, a lot of stuff happened. I need to fix something, or the world ends, or I die. You know how it is.
I do not have that shared experience with you. I do not know how that is.
Honest.
That sounds intense. Are you okay?
No.
Do you need a hug?
Are you okay?
Yes.
Well, if you have need
do
of,
you know much about spirits?
yes, all members of the Northern Water
Okay,
Tribe
okay.
have.
If you talk to an ancient whale spirit and you made it mad, what would you do?
Yes, one of your companions mentioned this back on the shore, that you had interacted with the Siwong spirit, the lost Siwong Sea, that is now the Siwong Desert that you know. There was an ocean spirit there, said to grant wishes to those foolish enough to ask. Poor souls.
Yep, poor souls
Foolish.
indeed. Very foolish.
Yes, it is a blessing and a curse wrapped up in one, unless you are very careful and very specific. There are many tales of people, very specific. There are people, tales of people, legends of people who have said vague or frivolous wishes and have been haunted by them for their lifetimes and the lifetimes of their kin.
Sounds about right.
Well, yeah, that actually sums it up perfectly.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did not, surely, you did not make such a grave mistake as to have...
What do you think?
Oh dear.
Young and dumb.
Rung
Oh,
is just
dear.
in the other canoe. He just had a shiver out of nowhere. He thinks it's the cold.
It's Al. Al has dipped down behind you and gone, blown down the back of your neck, and then goes back up again.
It's shoo like a fly.
Yeah. Shoo! Get out of here! Oh my
Look,
God.
so well, I tried to make the world a better place.
What was your wish? Please tell me it was not.
Oh, it was very vague.
How vague are we talking? And please at least let it be a selfish wish that will only affect you, not all around you.
So
A
how about
selfless,
time and
vague
space?
wish. A selfless, vague wish. There is not much more dangerous when asking for a wish.
So someone came back to
interpretive.
life.
Just one person. That could be selfish. Just bringing one person back.
or
If you
actually-
if you wished for the life of another, that might have less far-reaching consequences.
Wait, was
than...
he dead as well, or was he alive? Then that happened, and they never really happened there because that person was alive.
No, you have lost me. You are now just I do not understand. I do not follow.
Oh, okay. So let's just say that I changed the course of events to prevent someone's death instead of just wishing them to go back alive.
What was your wish?
Oh,
Let me help.
To undo my mistakes. That was my wish.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how we felt about it too.
Look, I thought I was
But that
told
is
information.
so open to interpretation that
I was
could be
told information
taken.
that he gave you the heart's desire, and I just thought he would just take my heart's desire.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
No.
bears.
Which mad, crazy person told you that it granted your heart's
I didn't know
desire?
he was mad and crazy.
Shurva, you would remember that the man was sitting on top of a roof with no shoes, half a pair of shorts, and
Yeah.
a ragged shirt,
Fishing.
cackling about ghost fish. So,
Yep.
How'd you know he was mad and
Fish.
crazy? Like, how'd you know that information? Who told you?
smeared his own feces as well. No, he wasn't.
Gonna say
Oh.
that's new.
Not so bad.
Maybe that's what happened in this version of the reality.
We don't know.
Got no idea.
That was the other old man that was covered in feces that got carried off by the
Kurok. Kurok looks haunted is the word I would use. He's just like, oh dear, this could
I have to
have
go speak to 4 spirits now, in 4 different parts of the world.
to ask for the past to be rewritten as well. Have you noticed changes? How many changes? You said someone who was dead is now alive. Is that it, or are there more? How far-reaching
there's
these
a lot
changes? How much more?
About
People-
a week's worth of events happened completely differently.
Yeah, there's people
we
now in power
have-
that weren't in power.
We have no avatar. The bridge between our world and the spirit world is gone. This could not
Look,
be
this
a
is-
worse time to
This
fuck
is information. This is
with the
information that I should have
spirits.
had beforehand. But hey, there's no brochure
Perhaps-
on this. Okay.
Perhaps maybe you should think about consequences before you make things like wishes.
I mean,
Really
There's-
vague
there's no-
wishes.
Look, there was no angel on my side.
there
were
was
you
things
hoping
blowing
for-
up around him. He was a little bit stressed,
Yeah,
I guess.
The world was sort of ending for us.
Were you hoping for some sort of terms and conditions?
No,
You would not
no,
have read those anyway, I am sure.
Jesus. Okay. True, but wow.
That's what the whole library was. It was just a whole terms and conditions. The whole place dedicated.
Oh yeah, we went to the library. I should have actually. looked at
Yes.
it there.
Yes, the DM provided you with the
We were
one
just looking at
location.
more important stuff.
The
Don't worry
one
about it.
location where you could have learned everything you needed to know. And you were
You
like,
think-
now I'm gonna shoot lightning. Pew, pew.
no, I was like, no, I'm gonna figure out the spirit weapon. That's what it was.
Also, I'm gonna shoot
Mhm.
lightning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's
shoot
be
lightning.
honest.
I'm gonna shoot lightning. Pew, pew. How's that going
Just
for you?
full Palpatine.
Not sure.
Unlimited power. It was May the 4th yesterday, and there were a lot of Star Wars quotes making their way into the D&D session when we realized. So we are not continuing that today, unless
So I
it
think
is.
you didn't realize until the D&D session, but it's despicable.
I know, and my initials are OB. The only nickname I've ever had is Obi-Wan, and I did not realize it was until the D&D session started. That is sad. I know, Brandon's mind's broken. Yeah.
Why is there a 3?
What? 3. Who rolled a 1d4? Ali's taking psychic damage, I believe, for a pun? Or a pun?
No, baby, roll again.
So, this is not how HP works in Avatar. You know this. That's 3 conditions you have to mark now. So, that's
Jesus
unfortunate.
Christ.
You're dead. You watch as
That
Oki
might
just keels
kill me.
over and he's like, okay.
In the water.
Yeah. No, none of that happens. Kurok sort of looks over at the two of you, Shurva and Mako. Oh, this could be catastrophic. It is well
No,
that you have accompanied us to the Northern Water
There's no
Tribe.
could about it. There's no could. It just is.
Indeed. Yes, it is vital that you come with us to the Northern Water Tribe, to the Northern Pole. We must speak with the current seer, Oki's grandmother, and see what she can find out about the situation. But she is old. He lowers his voice at this, looks over at Oki, and sees Oki happily chatting away to Ahini. She is dying. That's why the rush. We need her to pass on her training
What
and
about her
skills.
mother?
Only one per generation. And her mother did not have the the spark. But Oki showed promise early on, as did her cousin. But her cousin has now turned down the role and is unable to perform the duties. That is something else I have failed Oki. I have not told her what has happened to her cousin yet. I fear I do not know how.
Is she alive?
Yes, she is alive.
Then we can arrange something.
She has lost one of her arms.
Okay, maybe not.
A tiger
We can make a
shark.
wish.
That would not be wise. Have you not learnt from your previous experience?
Look, okay, we're in this far. We can just keep going. Like, fake it till you make it, right?
No, I think as a general rule from now on, you should not be allowed to speak to any spirits. You may stand there quietly or sit there quietly. No
You're
words
also
from
not allowed
you.
to grab them.
I feel like
Yes. Oh, yeah, I
could grab 'em.
No touching.
was
If you
weird.
wished for her to have her arm back, it would just appear in like the worst part of her body or something. I wish I had her arm back, just popping
Out of her forehead.
Yeah.
She becomes an elephant with.
Oh god, no.
Yes, and unfortunately, a tiger shark, far too aggressive, far too close to our fishing nets. And, she was trying to pull in a catch. It came out of nowhere. The arm could
Shouldn't
not
be
be
catching
saved.
much.
No, not anymore. But, you need both hands to perform the waterbending required to calm spirits. Look at you both so proud of yourselves for making fun of a one-armed person. I hope you sleep well tonight, you monsters.
I
You gotta
want
hand it to him. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna hand it to them. Alright, so Brandon's been muted. I will unmute him when I deem it necessary.
You could nearly say that we're brothers in arm. That's the one.
And now Bree is muted, and I'll take Brandon out of the. He's on. Yeah, he's back on. Now I'll
Oh,
unmute him.
Jesus.
1d4, the lot of you.
And that's how many conditions you take. All of you can mark the doomed condition. Enjoy that. So yeah, Korok sort of looks quite sad at this, and yes, I do not know how to tell her. It is, she will no doubt blame herself. She used to go fishing with her cousin all the time, and I know she will feel partly responsible that she was not there to help. Been avoiding telling her. I do not know how. How do you think she would take it? I do not know Oki well. I have seen her once or twice, but I have not had too many interactions with her. You have traveled with her for a week. How would
I
she
don't
take
take it
this?
well at first, but she'll get around.
Okay.
Look, I've done worse, and she still talks to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, it honestly could be my fault that everything's happened to her family.
This happened 3 weeks ago. Unless you made the wish 3 weeks ago. No, but you wished for time to be changed. Oh dear. This could get very complicated very quickly.
So if you need to,
You
just
see the
blame me.
problem.
If you need to, just blame me, and we'll just scapegoat me. It's all
Just
good.
add it to the scorecard, as it were.
Yep.
The running tab you have of horrible
Jeez.
mistakes that you just seem to freely make. No, he doesn't say that. Alrighty, we'll
I
switch
want to
over.
go sleep now.
Yes.
So,
We'll go sunbake.
Yep.
You can sunbake. Shurva, did you have any other questions or anything you wanted to ask of Korok?
I don't remember if this was mentioned before, but who was Oki actually at the summit with?
Oki was with a delegation of Water Tribe. No family members. Oki was there. It's kind of. Do you want to take it through, Ali, why Oki was there? But my understanding was a little bit of a rebellious kind of thing of like, you're not going to teach me combat waterbending. You can't stop me coming to this. Like, I want to see the world. If you're going to keep me locked here, then I'm going to do my own thing. That was kind of my vibe on it. Correct?
Yeah, like pretty much it's whatever her family and like the tribe wanted her to do, it is the complete opposite to that. So it's like if they told her like we need you to stay here, she would have like smuggled away on one of the boats.
Yeah. So the exact instructions to you were like you need to be prepared if your cousin is unable to complete the training, or if she it isn't quite right for her, you need to be ready because you are the next in line. You have the spark. You need to be on standby and you need to practice your healing and get better at it. So obviously Oki's response would be like, fuck you.
Run away.
I don't do what you tell me.
Yeah. And Oki has a bit of a mentor in, she and the Water Tribe ambassador, whose name I'll need to pull open before I forget. She has a bit of a mentorship with that woman. That woman also feels the weight of, how to put this, the weight of the oppressive nature of the Water Tribe and their treatment of women. So she's also been very lax on Oki and been a bit of a friend and a confidant. She, discovering you, she would have allowed you to come and sent word back to the Water Tribe to say, hey, look, Oki's with me. I'll keep an eye on her. I'll keep her safe. How that has gone down, Oki, you've got no idea yet. Could be interesting.
Like, I think the first time Oki sort of just fucked off on her own for a while was probably when they like tried to make her get engaged or some shit. She was just like, nah, I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Yeah. So your family would have like had a suitor lined up for you, from a similar bloodline to try and keep that spark of, because you know a little bit more about this, and I'll now tell you the things that you know that they don't know. You know that the specific skill, the spark that is passed down through the females of your bloodline, it's not the ability to talk to spirits per se, but it's the ability to understand their feelings. It's an empathic connection that you can forge with spirits. And part of that is not only the ability to feel their emotions, but to try and push your emotions onto them. So one of the things that your grandmother is very famous for is calming one of the wind spirits that caused a great storm off the coast of the northern Water Tribe. She was actually able to calm the spirit using a combination of water bending and that empathic bond that she formed with it. And you know that there's a spark in you. You know that you have the potential to do this as well, but because it was identified in you very young and you were always pushed towards it, I'd say the result has been you pushing back against it. But yeah, that's what you know about this. The rest of you got no idea, but that's what you know, Oki.
Like, she's just full on assumed that, like, her cousin would have been fine, like, they were absolutely gonna do it, there wasn't gonna be any issue at all, and, like, you know, her just hanging around, like, in a way, one of the other reasons that she probably would have wanted to get away was so that it didn't seem like she was just standing on the sideline waiting for her cousin to fuck up, essentially.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, she's
absolutely.
Like, you know, I'm not here to be your understudy and hope you fail or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's a really good internal motivator for Oki to understand how Oki thinks a bit better. Yeah, no, I love that. That's beautiful. That's what you know. Shurva, did you have any other questions for Kurok? I think you're all good?
No, good.
Legend. In that case, we shall jump to... That was a weird voice. Apologies for that. In that case, we shall jump to Legend. We shall jump to Oki and Ahini.
Why would you do it again?
I don't know. It felt right. I think I wanted to like step into the character one more time to try and understand the character. Like, where do they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from?
Where did they come from?
Cut Eye
Joe.
Yeah. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cut Eye Joe. So, Oki and Ahini. Ahini is how you remember her, Oki. Full of energy, full of life, full of joie de vivre, that love of life. Very bouncy, very bubbly, bursting with enthusiasm. And as you guys have been traveling along, there's been no end of stories that she's been telling you, things to catch you up, telling you the little frustrating things. She isn't married, she's engaged. Sorry, I lied. She's not married, she's engaged. What's the name for someone who's engaged? Not spouse. I'm having a really tough time tonight remembering things. Her fiance, thank you. It's like the little annoying things her fiance does that like get her frustrated, but then also the things he does that are so cute and make her love him even more. And like it's a little bit like going back and forward like that.
I relate with this character.
Do you? Talking about friends, talking about family, but you notice that Hini's filling a silence, and as time goes on, there's something she's not telling you. You don't even need to roll for this. You know, you've known Ahini since you were a child. She is not sharing something with you. Something big.
All right. you're gonna have to tell me at one point or another. This is a long journey, and as much as we can talk, you can't talk that much.
He's partway talking through how like the polar bear dogs had like raided part of the meat cellar and gotten through and torn down one of the walls. She pauses and goes, "Shit. Look, Kurok said that he'd be the one to tell you, but then he hasn't told you yet, and it's just getting awkward. Okay, so I feel like I have to tell you as your friend, but Kurok said he would, and I don't want to go behind his back."
It clearly has something to do with my cousin, because last I heard, she was more than, she was looking forward to taking on the spirit speaker woo-woo stuff, like,
You could call it a seer. That's less words than spirit seeker woo-woo. But yes, she had a bit of an accident. She's okay. She's alive. She's okay. But she can't do it anymore. She can't. You know the
lost
nets.
a spark?
No. You know the nets out on the edge of the the iceberg that looks a little bit like an old man bending over.
Yeah, the one that looks like he's dropped his pants halfway down.
Yeah. You know the nets that we lay out the back of that. You can sometimes catch some like parrot eels and various other like pretty rare catches. She was out there by herself. I said I'd go with her. A couple of us said we'd go with her, but she wanted to go then and there, and I was busy. She went out by herself, and there was a tiger shark. I'm really sorry.
At the nets, close to the village.
Fairly close. It
The sharks that famously don't come close to the village or the nets ever.
Yeah, maybe there was something in the nets that attracted its attention. Maybe something big got caught, was splashing about, and brought the shark closer. But she reached down to try and pull the nets up, and it got her arm. You know what they're like: wicked sharp teeth. Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Did they manage to put the arm back on?
I'm really sorry, Oki.
What good is a village full of healers if you can't fucking heal anything?
She was out there by herself. She had to paddle back. She's not a very accomplished bender. You know that. The arm was gone, Oki. They looked for the shark. They couldn't find it. I'm sorry. But for a tiger shark to attack someone, it's very unusual.
It was definitely a shark, right? Like, it wasn't like a...
Well, she says she saw the flash of orange and black stripes, the white belly, the wicked sharp teeth.
Glowing or spirit-like or anything?
Oh, she didn't mention that, but she was pretty low on blood. No. She said it was big. Really big. Bigger than I thought they could get. But I wasn't going to question her. So I just let her go. We went looking and we couldn't find the shark or the arm. I'm really sorry. Your grandmother was devastated. And your aunt too, obviously. Yeah. There's something else I need to tell you too. Nana, she's not doing too well, Oki. She's gotten a bit worse since you were last there. She sometimes sees things that aren't there. Not spirit stuff. People.
Spirit people?
Dead people. Family,
She sees
friends.
dead people.
Family, friends that she's not seen for a long time. And she talks to them and sometimes has conversations. And sometimes she thinks she's back then. Like back with my mum, back with your mum when they're kids. And yeah, it's a bit... We don't know what to do. She's getting more confused. Can't walk anymore. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I know this isn't the news you wanted to hear, but...
Kind of wishing I'd stayed out in the desert at this point. At least the sandworms were consistent. I'm only surprised you when you made a mistake of your own.
Yeah, I get you. I know this is hard. I'm here if you need to talk, obviously. Okay, there's something else as well.
Oh god, damn it, what?
No, it's not bad per se. It's just a bit weird. You know the North Pole, the spirit portals.
I'm aware of it.
One at the north, one at the south. The Northern Lights, they've been a lot more intense recently. When we left, they were the brightest they've ever been. Really bright. Bright enough to light up the night like it's day. Shifting
How
colours.
did this start?
A week ago.
My cousin's arm, that was not a week ago, was it?
No, that was a little bit longer ago. That was just after you left, actually. It's probably about 2 weeks ago.
Nana, was that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
You know how she's been. She's been getting worse each week, but she had a real drop-off. Yeah, about a week ago. Same time the Northern Lights intensified.
I'm gonna drown him. I'm gonna throw him off the boat and actually drown him, and that might actually fix all of our problems at once.
What are you talking
I
about?
think it would.
Yeah, it would actually fix everything.
He straight up, unabashedly points at Mako and goes, "If that one starts drowning, let him go."
Really?
Yep. Dead serious.
Oh, really? Like,
Yes,
has
I'm
he
sure.
deserves that?
Yes. And I think she's probably just gonna give
Seems a
Iggy the
shame.
long and short of the adventures.
Oh, nice. Okay. Is there anything you're
Yeah.
not telling her?
The genocide.
Yeah, she's not gonna tell them that we left the sandbenders to die, threw
Okay.
Pang off the boat, let him
Yep.
got eaten by a sandworm,
Well, as far as you know, that never happened.
and blew up a camp with thermite.
That still happened. Okay, yeah, you share that story with her. She sort of pauses, the waterbending and the boat slows a little bit. She just sort of sits there. Wow. That's a lot.
So when I'm saying that I'd rather be in the desert, that's saying something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. And then, like, you watch as the other boats begin to get further and further away. And she's just sort of sitting there. Sorry, yep. Starts waterbending again. And then, like, there's a few more seconds, then she looks back at you. Like, the boat slows again. She goes, that's really a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a shame about the cousin because, you know, at the end of all this, the thing, mostly what I want is just to go off and find my nice secluded iceberg for a couple of months again.
Oh,
But that's not going to happen.
about that. It flipped.
Are you telling me that something happened to my iceberg?
It flipped. It flipped. The
My
top melted
iceberg.
so much. The top melted so much. The rest heavy. It flipped.
Did this happen a week ago?
No. This happened before you left. I thought you knew.
I mean, I was kind of being a shit and, you know, not being where I was supposed to be. I hadn't even had a chance to
Sorry.
go out to it.
It flipped. It flipped. The little like the little hut area that you built, that's underwater now. I'm really sorry.
You have to make a new iceberg hut, blackjack and hookers.
I don't.
Sucks. You know how long it takes to make an iceberg hut?
I don't think you're going to have a lot of opportunity for that. Sorry, Oki.
Make my own hut in the spirit portal if people can come find me there.
Look, hey, if you do, I'll be the first person to come hang out with you. You know that, hey? Obviously.
Hell yeah.
But I think stuff's getting a bit serious. I still want to play pranks. I still want to get up to mischief with you, but I think stuff's
I get
happening.
it. Responsibilities on people depend on us and
I've had the
Blah,
privilege
blah,
talk.
blah.
Don't worry. It's a privilege for you to be able to do waterbending combat style. Don't go flaunting it. I get it. I get it.
Don't go teaching anyone.
Hey,
Oh no.
I will
What's
cut
the
you.
worst thing
I will
to
cut you.
happen?
You say nothing.
Ah, you could try.
She laughs at that. Gives you a friendly punch on the arm. Yeah. But also seriously, please don't tell anyone. I will get in so
Yeah,
much
no.
trouble.
Actually, I do have one thing, and like while we're sort of still out of earshot of the rest of the tribe, he's gonna try and pass on what she remembers from her bending scroll that she got from the library, and is like, I picked up some new tricks myself, and just sort of like tries to pass it on to Akini.
My question is, what do you remember from your bending scroll? What did that bending scroll teach you?
I definitely wrote it down.
She's looking at notes.
Okay. Funny story. It was on, you know how like Windows computers has the sticky notes and the sticky notes are saved to computer?
Yep.
And when you put a new hard drive in your computer, they're not there anymore.
No, unless they're saved to your Microsoft account, at which point you can recover.
The
If
cloud.
you just log in again. So if you right-click on sticky notes down the bottom and click show all notes, it'll pull open all your previous notes if you're signed in, and you'll be able to see everything you've ever written on a sticky note. You're welcome.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you're
Like,
welcome.
how does my Shana wish?
Who pays Evernote still then?
So right-click on the sticky notes icon in the taskbar, and then go to show all notes. It's about halfway up the page.
Show all notes. All that is being shown is my Shana wish.
That's a problem. No, it's okay. I do remember. It was teaching you specific ice bending techniques. It was more to do with freezing like an ice lance and creating little ice knives and things like that. It was all about sort of using ice as weapons. Yeah, you start to pass that on. Do you want to roll me a harmony roll, please? Or passion. I'd say harmony or passion. Your choice.
+1 versus -1.
8. Yeah. You pass on a few things. Ahini is a very quick learner, obviously. And the two of you have a lot of fun. And Ahini then starts like creating like little ice shurikens as well. Instead of looking going, wow, like this looks like fun. Do you reckon I could, the cute firebender, the one you were saying that you'd let him drown. Do you reckon I could just...
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Try and hit him in the back of the head.
Oh, I'll just blunt it a bit first. She melts it ever so slightly. And then looks up and goes, oh, but I don't hit his face. Be ashamed to waste that. I'll go for his back.
All right, hit him in the ass.
Mako, yes. This is what you think it is. Yeah, she just flings it at you. Mako, literally as you're sort of like just getting ready to lie down again, as you like bend down to lie down, you feel something cold, very cold, hard and a little bit wet, smack into your back.
What? What? Is there like a ice like thing on the ground?
It's basically like a snowball essentially. As you pull it around, she's converted it mostly into snow. As you turn around and look behind you, Oki and Ahini are really intently focused on paddling, not really looking at you at all.
I give Oki like death stare, and I just give it like the fingers, and
Oki's
I try
not even
to
looking
throw
at you. No, Oki.
I know.
Okay.
I know she's not, but like I'm just like, yep. And then I try to throw it back.
As you throw it back, can you roll me a with skills and training, please? Actually, no. Push your luck. You're not very athletic.
Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay.
7. As it flies towards them, flashing a very mischievous smile, Ahini turns around and holds a hand up, and it just splashes into water and bounces off her hand. And she looks at you and gives you a wink, Mako.
I get taken back a little bit. Like I'm just like, what just?
Al from above looks down and goes, "I can throw better than that." Look how well I'll throw my heart at your feet. No, he doesn't say that.
Betrothed also on this trip, or are they back at
What was that, sorry?
the tribe? Is Ahini's betrothed on this trip, or are they back at the tribe?
Nope, not here.
Does Oki get the like, I know that Ahini was sort of saying, like, yeah, like he's cute and he does cute things, but also he's annoying. Is Ahini more on board with this, or is she kind of like, also this is a bit of a drag?
Ooh, that sounds like an assess a situation. And I will tell you all about the sordid details.
The tea.
Don't do that in my ears. That's so.
Juicy.
Now that my noise gate's
Makes
off.
you regret my face of headphones.
Auditory sound of a starburst.
Oh, yeah.
This is what it feels like to chew 5 gum. That's a throwback, isn't it? That shows our age.
Oh,
All of us, we know that ad. I have to say, quick aside, I did really thoroughly enjoy the memes of that, where it's like people like running into
This
doors
is what
and shit.
shoes like to feel.
Yeah.
This is how it feels.
This is
to
how it
Chew
choose.
5 gum. Yeah,
This is-
I did enjoy a lot of those memes where it's like you see someone like just stack it and then like this is what it feels like to chew 5 gum. I enjoyed that. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's
vines.
kook slams. That's what they're called. Kook slams. When someone's in the surf and gets knocked over, it's a kook slam. There's an Instagram page dedicated to it. If you really want to have a good laugh at people not being hurt but getting like knocked over by waves or being stupid around the water, kook slams is where it's at. And it is exactly how it feels to chew 5 gum, if you were wondering. Okay, you definitely get the sense that Heaney's having a bit of fun. Like, she's definitely playing around a little bit. You think she's doing this more to annoy you and to get a reaction out of you than anything else. Like, you identified this one you wanted to drown, so now she's like, okay, I would actually say you even get the feeling that maybe she thinks you might like him, and that's why you're saying to drown him. She hasn't fully understood the situation because you haven't fully explained it. So part of her's also like, okay, let's see what this does. So you get the sense she's shit stirring. She's not serious. Does that answer your question? Nice. Alrighty, with that, if there's nothing else you guys wanted to talk to the Water Tribe about, any of the questions, any of the interactions you guys wanted to have as a party, we can do a little bit of a time skip and take you forward to when you reach the edge of the Azure Islands. Or the Azure Isles, I should say. Any... Yes, no, maybe... Nope. No, beautiful.
I think Oki would probably tell.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
How long did Rung's small talk last on his end?
I was gonna
Rung,
check in.
This
I
guy
don't wanna
does
take up too
not.
much time if it's gonna be
This
boring.
guy does not engage. He does not talk to you. You have to work hard. Give me your best small talk to engage him.
Oh, you sure you even try that with me?
You've got no. You've got 10 seconds. I'm going to time it. You've got 10 seconds. I want your best engaging small talk. You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Oh, the wind's pretty strong out here today. Seen you looking at that girl before. What's the story of her? She seems nice.
That's enough.
Something
He will
about her.
respond to that
I
question.
like you. Okay. Well, give me your name at least, so I know how to call the captain of this ship.
The captain. He does have a little bit of a laugh at that and goes, you can call me Rin. Yeah, you could say that. I've been trying to petition her family for the right to marry her for about 6-7 weeks. We both really like each other. We both get along really well, and we're both at the age where we have to kind of think about this stuff. And the problem is our families don't approve.
Oh, no family ever does approve, but 6-7 weeks sounds like things are getting serious a bit of courting there. How old are you?
19.
I'm sure
But
it's
we've
going to
been-
work out
we've-
pretty well. But
I mean, I've been trying to get her
still
family
young.
to like approve the engagement for 6-7 weeks. We've known each other for years. We're childhood friends, but our families are enemies. Want to let some
Oh.
yeah.
Look, enemies like kill each other. Enemies like maybe dump your like dog's waste on the lawn or something,
Yeah.
or their snow.
Yeah.
Like, how enemy?
They have I mean they had apparently my great grandfather killed their great grandfather, and then our family
That's a
says
hard
the other way around. So, but yeah, Julie sort of like ignores all of that.
Julie.
Julie.
What was his name again?
Julie.
Rin.
Yeah.
Julie, do the thing.
Well, I think there's only one way to solve this. You need a strong, like a captain like yourself, Rin. Strong display of your undying and unwavering love to Julie.
But
You need to
she
think
knows
about this.
she knows I love her. It's just the families I need to convince.
Ah, 100%. Once you get the buy-in from those guys, you're set. Like you guys, there, easy done. Whatever ring you want, you have to get something expensive because you already know that the whole relationship is pretty much set in stone.
Water tribes do necklaces.
Even better. That's even better. So you could get like just a good nice necklace, but you don't have to go all out for it to prove that. So you need to think of like,
No, but
what can I do to get
I can't
this
do that
person
without.
to-
I can't do that without the approval from the family. I don't think you understand how
That's-
water tribe customs work.
No, this is what I'm getting on here. So the necklace, don't worry about the necklace. That's fine. But we
Okay.
need to show them like you will do something that's going to like break the tradition because
Okay.
they hate each other. It's like they're warring, right?
Yeah. What should I do?
Exactly. So we need to do something here to either one, it's going to be some way to break this like sort of hate cycle that we have here, or two, we need something that's going to show I'm committed to this person. I will take on the biggest challenge there is this tribe's facing. What's the biggest challenge your tribe's facing right
I
now?
would die for her.
Yes, but you need a reason to die for her. If you just die for her, then they'll just be happy and no one wins. You need a good reason to die for her to prove you don't want to actually die, by the way. Don't die. But like it needs to be like, I will die and take on serious adversity. So what's like some serious adversity where we're going right now that we could just take it on?
We need to fake our deaths.
That's an option. Yes, you're right. Could fake our deaths, but then again, you won't get married because we'll be dead. I'm trying my best here. We're getting really close. We're getting really close.
Yeah, that's right. You fucking wanted small talk. You wanted small talk.
Another thing we need to kill. We'll work this out together.
This Patricia, nice. Everybody got the Romeo and Juliet reference. I'm not going to say congratulations. It was pretty fucking on the nose. So.
Castle Lanterns, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna go right into that.
The Montelettes and the Capigans. That's what it'd be if I did half and half. Yeah. Rung, this continues for the whole 2.5 hours of you guys bouncing, continually escalating and worse ideas off one another. It's the full, and at the end it's like, I need to poison everyone in the Northern Water Tribe, and then we can be together.
Don't pick your dad. Somebody else needs to die, not us.
I need to run away to the Southern Water Tribe. Okay, that's what they end on then, is him like, he's like, okay, I'm not going to take any of your advice because it's terrible. I'm going to run away to the Southern Water Tribe with her. I'm going to ask Julie to run away with me tonight. We're going to take one of these boats and sail to the South Pole.
Actually, if that's how that ends, that he's just going to run away with them, down, go for it.
Done.
It's a much better option than trying to kill yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we were going to like just take on the biggest beast there is on the island. And yeah, that'll show you all love and affection. But no, just run off.
Bree, did you want to start singing? Is that Taylor Swift's song? Did you want to start singing that?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But that is what it is.
It is Taylor Swift. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Romeo, take me somewhere we could be alone. Probably the South Pole. That's their plan. You guys arrive at the Azure Isles. The first hint you get of the Wind King's nice. The first hint you get that you're approaching shore is a lot of seabirds flying overhead towards this sort of speck in the distance, and over time the speck grows larger and larger until you see a cluster of about 3 or 4 small islands. All of them seem to be habited. There's lots of, you can see huts raised up on stilts. You can see, it looks like a tropical paradise. Clear white sands. There's actually a reef below you. It looks like maybe this is a coral atoll that has grown up out of the water and is now being covered in sand and trees and is now habitated. And you can see there are water tribe here. Not water tribe from the northern or south poles. This is the Islanders, the Island Water Tribe. That's right, I'm inventing lore. Buckle up, everybody. None of this is canon. To the original series. Now
they all got wiped out instantly.
Are there little coconut people on there?
No.
Like, I've seen the movie.
I have seen Moana. There's no coconut. What are they?
Moana.
What are the coconut people called? Not Tamatoa. Well, Tamatoa hasn't always been this drab. No, Glam. I was a drab little crab once. Your granny lied. I'd rather be shiny. So no, we're not doing any Moana references tonight. Yeah, so you can see, essentially like a tropical paradise. The waterbenders here, the water tribe here, are all wearing very loose clothing draped over their bodies. It's mostly sort of things of almost a little bit toga-esque, I would say. But the material looks to be almost like a sailcloth style. All of these very light, beautiful blues and whites, draped around and tied up with belts of rope, wearing no shoes, sandals or anything, just barefoot. Very tanned skin, even slightly more tanned than the water tribe, who have a very tanned complexion as well. Big smiles, big brown eyes, seem to be very happy, very relaxed. And as the boats pull up, a call goes from the beach where you can see a number of sort of like sitting down, drinking out of a coconut, looking across a number of older men and women sort of go, Hey, cousins! Welcome, welcome. You had a safe journey. That's right. We're doing it.
Are they the island boys?
Yeah. Welcome to the island. We are the boys. Welcome to the island, boys. No, so they don't say that. As the boats sort of pull up on the beach. Welcome. How was your journey? Calm seas, clear skies. What more could you ask for, eh?
Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know what more could you ask for.
You are a cousin we have not met yet. He holds
No.
out a hand to shake your hand. This dude is jacked. His muscles have muscles. Imagine like a young Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like beautiful tattoos all across underneath the toga, and he just holds out this massive hand.
I go to
shake
shake
your hand.
but in fear that my arm will snap.
No, surprisingly gentle. Soft hand, surprisingly gentle handshake.
Do you moisturize?
He sort of gives you a look.
That's your first question to ask someone you just met.
Obviously,
Oh my
it's
God.
the sand. It's the sand thing. The sand's good for your feet. Like, look at Earth. Like, show you like an Earthbender's foot.
Oh.
The sand
It's
rubs it
just
up.
like,
Look how
oh,
exfoliated
so
it is.
soft.
Ah!
Baby's
Exfoliated.
bottom.
Rung's calluses have calluses. His feet is just callus. It's hard to know what is scar tissue and what is rock that is lodged into the scar tissue at this stage. As you look at his feet. Yeah, it's
Soft
pretty
for an
rough.
Earthbender.
Kurok sort of steps up and goes, Gamak, good to see you. We are just stopping briefly. We need some supplies. These fine young folk are not properly dressed for the northern waters, and we were hoping you might have some clothes that we could give to them. I think we could find some things for them. Let me have a look and see what I can locate. Perhaps we can help you out with some fashionable styles, eh? Need to look a bit better than that. Red is not your color. And he points to you, Shurva.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful blue
So
suits
you
you
always
much
look good
better.
in olive green.
Blue for a beautiful lady, no?
I don't know if I can accept you calling me beautiful when you're just like, no, the color you've worn your entire life, not good on you.
I will say you get the sense he is actively, jokingly flirting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not having it.
No, cool. No. All right, then you just still face him. He goes, apologies. I did not mean to offend. Apologies. Sometimes in the sun, my brain does silly things, says silly things. Please accept my humblest apologies. Let me see if I can find things for each of you. Come. Come take a seat. Have a drink. Have a rest. I will be back momentarily. Do not wait too long. Rum and coconuts? Kurok shakes his head. Just coconuts then.
Ogi thumbs up at the rum.
Kurok puts a hand on your shoulder, Oki.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
do not
I'm
think
nodding
it's-
yes to the coconuts and rum.
Kurok is like shaking his head. You see Carmack sort of like go, oh, of course, no, I would not do that. And then as Kurok turns around, he looks and gives you guys a wink, a thumbs up, and then nods over to one of the women standing over by what is clearly like a bar that has been set up on the beach. Gives her a bit of a nod and like gestures toward all four of you. Al is still tied to the boat at this stage like a kite. he's like, guys.
Oh, come down here.
Land ho!
I got
He points at
coconuts.
the island that the boat's docked on. Yeah, Rung like pulls him down. Oh, thanks. My waist is really sore. The rope's like giving me rope burn on my stomach.
That's good for you. It builds up a good, strong core muscle. Look, come over here and we'll get you a
He like
beautiful
lifts it
drink.
up and
Here's
there's like
some
this
good rum.
red welt all the way around his waist. The skin's been like semi-stripped off. Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
a shame
sore.
Oki doesn't know how to. Yeah, I'd love to say Oki can look at that, but we're screwed, brother. God, maybe one of the other waterbenders.
There's plenty of other waterbenders here who might be able to heal that up.
As
Maybe
you guys say that,
girlfriends.
as you say that, a beautiful woman, probably like 22, 23, begins walking down the beach, sees Arl sort of holding his shirt up with this red welt and goes, Oh no, I can help with that. Please lie down, lie down. Like pushes him down, and Al's just there, like with these big wide eyes, massive grin on his face, and she begins healing him and like tending to him and like chatting to him. We're doing this while Dave's not here. A favorite part of this. This happened to Al, but Dave's not here for this. Like, giving him lots of attention and affection, and Al's just like, oh, thanks so much. Oh, where does it
What
hurt?
happened last session? No.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Lower.
Yep. After like, so you guys are sitting on the beach. Coconuts are brought to you with rum. Kurok is handed one as well. He begins drinking as well. If you have any conditions or fatigue, you may remove a condition or fatigue if you wish.
Rum. The miracle drink.
It's more the rest on the beach and away from.
What were the ways to get rid of conditions? Like, what was
From the
if I was
checkbooks.
angry, so to say?
You have to do something that is angry.
yeah,
like,
what
you
was-
have to act angrily.
Ah,
If you feel
okay,
foolish,
cool.
you have to act foolishly.
Okay.
You have to basically act out the emotion and engage with the emotion to clear it. Because then you've.
Awesome.
I have to say, actually, I'm gonna buckle up, boys and girls. From a psychology perspective, I really like this because it's a way. Because what they're doing is it's training you to actually engage with the emotion that you're feeling rather than denying it. And as long as you deny it, you maintain that emotion. It's not dealt with. But when you engage with it, you're able to move past it and move on. I think that's really cool. Just saying.
So
I
the
mean,
way that I
give it your
acted
hate.
towards the flirting, does that mean that I can remove anger?
Remove angry.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Oh, thank God. I am so much less hurt looking.
So yeah, you guys are
I was
having
waiting
a.
for my camera to die.
Oh, your camera's died. Yes, it has died. Oh boy, it's a good
That's a
it's a great
image
still
to
though.
look at.
It's really good. Oh, it's gone. Never mind.
Oh no.
It was good though for like the 20 minutes. 20 minutes?
I was
20 seconds.
literally just
I know
looking at it
time.
Like, it's got a die time now. Then straight away.
EOS webcam utility. I'll take your camera off, so it's just your pick. There you go. But yeah, you guys have a lovely chill time. The waterbenders of the Azure Isles are mega chill, lovely, accommodating, really chilled out. It looks like they have everything they want. Like this is a people who are very much at peace, really happy, really chilled out, living a pretty simple life, but absolutely loving it. And as you look offshore, you can see, what would be a good dolphin mix? What animal would cross well with a dolphin?
Seal?
Dolphin seal? That's a very playful, friendly animal. You see a pod of dolphin seals like leaping over the sunset as it sort of crests down over the ocean towards the west, and you can sort of see the coral underneath, bioluminescence starting to light up around the island. This place is stunning. After a little bit longer, Carmack emerges holding bundles of Water Tribe clothes, and he begins distributing them. Surprisingly, he has done a pretty good job of guessing your measurements. This stuff is all big coats to go over the top of your existing gear. It's not to replace what you're currently wearing. But it is very warm. It's all fur-lined. And he's, hey, quick, try that on. Tell me if it works very well for you. And he's like making sure that it fits right. He's like, a little bit too tight across the chest there. Sorry, Mako. Give me a moment. Takes it off and hands you another cloak. It wasn't. You get the sense he's just being like a
Yeah.
bit of an ego boost, morale boost. Shurva, much more polite. He hands and goes, Miss, perhaps this one would fit you best.
Thank
Oki, he sort of looks over and goes, Sister, I do not think you require any more clothes. Or would you
I'm
like a
good.
coat for the road?
This has kept me warm enough for long enough. Thank you, though.
Of course. I do not know if we have one that would fit over your big biceps. Perhaps we could cut the sleeves off. As he talks to you, Rung.
Oh, you. How many of these rums have I had? Am I dreaming right now? Nah, it'd be alright. I could just go to stretch it on. Will it fit over the
Yeah, it
biceps?
fits perfectly. Yeah, just go straight over.
Yeah, got it. Can I make them sleeveless? Will that be... I'll look over at Oki, like, with sincerity. Like, will it be too cold if I take off the sleeves?
Yes, it will be.
Damn.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but you know it might be a bit hard to earthbend if your fingers got frostbite.
Ahini,
Oh, no, that's
who
the
has
thing.
some
Never been
bright
that cold
red...
before.
Ahini has some bright red cheeks at this point, and you notice has 3 empty coconuts next to her. Somehow. sort of looks over and goes, no, it's your core you got to keep warm, right? Like, it doesn't matter so much. Like, let your arms take care of themselves. Keep your core warm. So if you like put the sleeves, like tear the sleeves off and like put them inside the coat, it's like the same thing. I think that's how that works, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The same way that rum keeps you warm from the inside out, isn't that right?
Korok looks over
Learning so much
suspiciously as
today.
you say that, Oki, and reaches to take your coconut off you. Do you let him?
And then she sort of gives him a bit of an elbow and is just sort of like, oh well, you know, bit rich coming from you, don't you think?
Why do I even try? I should have just let this happen from the beginning. Ahini,
I'm
please.
looking over at Al
No
on
more
the ground
tonight.
getting a massage. Like, take these notes. These are good notes. Al, jot that down.
What? Sorry, Rung, I can't hear
you're
you.
distracted.
Sorry, Rung, I'll talk to you later.
Don't let me forget this.
And yeah, you guys have a lovely time chilling out on the beach, watching the sunset over the ocean. Korok sort of stands and goes, "Right, I think it's time we get back on the boats, everybody. We've had a chance to rest. We need to make our way to the North Pole." Carmack sort of looks and goes, "No, you surely cannot mean to leave now in the night. Please, you must stay. You cannot leave in the dark. It is too dangerous. No, I insist. You must stay overnight. I cannot let you just go outside on the open ocean at the nighttime. What kind of host would that make me? Absolutely
Listen to
not."
this man. He knows what he's saying.
Yeah, this man. He just,
All right, so
Yes,
Rung and Mako are immediately affirming Oki. Shurva, how are you guys feeling about chilling out for one night on the Azure Isles?
Yeah, that is a great idea.
Want to stay, but we are on a bit of a deadline, guys.
Yeah,
To somebody
definitely a deadline.
that made awful decisions and ruined everything for everybody, and probably
Yeah.
deserves to be drowned.
Oh, yeah, don't doubt any of that. But worst case scenario, I'll just make the deadline, and everything will be okay.
saying the word dead a lot here.
What?
Nothing.
No.
Saying the word dead a lot. Just staring down Mako. For podcast listeners, I opened my eyes wide. If you haven't watched our streams, I can open them fairly wide and just
I'm
eyeball
not
them.
panicking. You're panicking.
So at this point it's kind of a little bit of a 50-50 split because Korok has the authority here. Oki is backing him up a little bit. The rest of you actually don't have any authority or say in this matter, but you are talking. Ahini sort of looks up and goes, I'm good to drive. Korok looks down and
I'll
goes,
drive.
Korok looks down and goes,
You're in the front of the canoe this time.
"No, I get seasick in the front, Oki.
Ah, well, maybe
When you're
the
driving,
coconuts.
Such a bumpy ride with you, Oki."
I feel like she's gonna be
Yeah.
sick no matter what at this point.
I'm a speed demon.
How could it be? I could have a crack at it. It's just basically like sandbending. I was watching Rin. He was just doing these ones and all that sort of stuff like that.
And on the sand islands, or is it only desert sand?
No. There's
Of
no
course
reason.
I can sandbend. I'd like.
Yeah.
I just scoot across like I'm on the Heelys, just in front of you. Just...
Out of all the demonstrations you could do, I was not expecting I scoot across like I'm on the Heelys. Not what I was expecting you to say. You watch as Rung sandbends himself sideways towards you, just like standing fully upright like a pencil, just sandbends himself sideways towards you. There's like a, oh! Hey! Bit of a clap.
More coconuts!
Theoretically speaking, if Rung had a long enough gondola pole, he kind of could sandbend in a canoe over water.
No, because of physics. Because the force he would have to exert on the pole
That would be
to
so much
propel
force.
and then pull it back up and position it. The pole would not be long enough to be able to pivot around that point. I'm sorry.
Wait, unless he just dragged the pole in front of him, and like the sandbending was like just dragging the pole.
No, that's not how this works.
What if I had a stick that had like a really long chain on it, and on the end of that chain was a rock, and I was earthbending the rock across the ocean floor.
So the range of your
Maybe
earthbending. No. I'm going to shut you down mathematically. The range of your the range of your
That's the worst kind
earthbending.
of shutdown.
The range of your earthbending and the need to see what you are bending requires you to be able to see through the ocean and be able to reach the stone within about sort of 20 meters of your position. If the ocean is deeper than 20 meters, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like for most of it, it is. That's not going to work very well.
Yeah, you make a good point. I'll give you that.
Plus, who's holding the stick and the chain and the thing if you're earthbending the rock? And how's that propelling? Because all that's going to happen is you're going to move the rock forwards, and then you're still going to have to use the same force to pull yourself forwards. It's more effort than using, I don't know, an oar. Just saying. Like, I love that you're looking for creative solutions to problems, but there's also just solutions.
Problems that don't exist.
Yeah, you're
No,
creating a bigger problem.
I'll
And
hit
then
Nitro
providing-
and just firebend out the back.
Yeah.
He's so caught up with the world of Avatar, you forget there are oars.
Yeah, I don't know, an oar.
Or-
See, here I am thinking between Mako and Rung, they could do like the Ben 10 heat blast between the two of them and like rocket themselves around.
And look, and you know what? We know that the firebenders, it produces thrust from the firebending, right? Because we've seen a number of firebenders use it to slow their fall or to push themselves forward or to push something back. So we know it has force. So yes, I can't fault you on that. If you strapped Mako to the back of the ship and he just went firebended out backwards, technically he should be able to produce some force to push the boat forwards. Technically.
But imagine like if there was a sail, he'll just burn the sail down. Just be like, "What's this?"
Yeah, the whole boat just catches fire, and then you're in the water, and Mako's like, "I really didn't think that would go as badly as the wish, but here we are."
I will admit that when Mako got covered in water, I had the immediate thought of, well, if Al like blew air at him, then Mako heated up that air. He'd be like a human hairdryer and dry himself off.
Can't fault that. No, that is legit. Alrighty. I think what we'll do is we might wrap up things there. We'll come back having had you guys stay on the island overnight. Kurok, despite feeling the need for urgency and Oki agreeing with him, there's not much he can do when every single other person is like, "No, don't wanna." Really,
Don't
not
worry
many
about
options.
it. The wish spell isn't going anywhere.
Oh boy.
Has Romeo and Juliet snuck away at this point?
Rin and Julie, yes, they are gone. You notice
Has
one
Korra
of the
noticed?
canoes is missing too. Korok has not noticed yet.
Okay, doesn't point it
He's
out.
like,
We'll do that in the morning when he gets up. He's like, "Where are Rin and Julie? what has happened?"
Rungwood cheers the sunset with his coconut, like, be strong.
Alrighty, perfect. I think we will wrap things up there. That seems like a good place to end the session for tonight. And it's a nice ending, like on the Azure Isles, having a bit of a laugh. It's a nice time for you guys to really like relax and enjoy yourselves before the shit show I'm about to unleash upon
I was
you.
gonna
No.
say, it is a nice ending, isn't it? Too nice.
And then the islands rise from the depths, and you realize it's the mouth of a sea serpent. No, so
Sandworms come back to get us.
yeah, it's a giant sandworm, and Pung's riding it. I just said I'd get you, bastards. So
The fever dream.
yeah, the fever dream. That's your like 4 a.m. like drunk
We're
dream that
just
you
been
have.
like, no, we're still in the desert, just like dehydrated as like all hell.
You're not drinking coconuts, you're drinking cactus juice, and it's just perpetuating this image in your minds. Yeah, that's it. But you feel quenched, most importantly. Alrighty, thank you so much, everybody. That's where we're going to wrap up Avatar Legends for tonight. So thank you for listening. If you've joined us live, fucking legend, thank you so much. For those of you who've been chatting in chat, absolute bloody legends. Shout out to Shreepy, Choco Crazy Andre. Who else have we got there? Aquatic Archie, Murdoch Men, PrettiPixel, MK Lucifer 66. That's everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for chatting in. Thank you for engaging with us. We love it. If you are listening to this on the podcast, thank you so much. If you are listening on Spotify or iTunes, chuck us a review. If you're liking what we do, yeah, chuck us a review. Leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, likes and comments really help us out, and a subscribe is amazing. subscribe. Really helps us out. If you like what we do and you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe. And if you really like what we do and you want to be told the very second I have published something, you can hit the bell icon too. I'm told that the bell icon is not annoying and is not an extra step that seems unnecessary on top of the subscribe button by YouTube. Apparently. No, so thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate it. We will be back again next week. I may or may not be doing, that was weird, I may or may not be doing a little stream on Saturday morning. It is Mother's Day, probably not. But I definitely will be doing a Valheim stream on Tuesday afternoon with longtime friend of the show, Lieutenant Downs. Andrew, if you wanted to join in, you're more than welcome to.
If I'm awake.
It'll be roughly about 6:36. Yeah, but no, my family celebrated on Saturday because they got something on Sunday, so that's why. I know it's on Sunday. Thank you. Yeah, if it's about, we'll be jumping on about 6:37. If you wanted to join us, if any of you guys want to come join us for some Valheim, I've already got a picture of your face, don't I, Andrew?
Yeah.
I can make a splash screen and add you to it. Then I've got some Viking stock images, and I'll just add your face to one of them. You know how I like to do those Photoshop faces. Yeah.
I've been reading the updates for Valheim, and I'm like, I need to jump back in.
I'm really excited. It should be good. We are going to have to talk as Vikings the whole time, though. Just a heads up.
Okay, I can do that.
Wow, he agreed so quickly. I'm just making that up, but he was on board instantly. I love how pliable you've become. It's great. Alrighty, lovely people. Stay safe, stay well. We will see you all again next time. Until then, see you later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.